Hey guys, it's Mega Monday, and Luna's here, so she's gonna be meowing. All right, it's Mega Man Megamix, Volume 3. What I've said about the first two volumes is Hitoshi Ariga does some really creative and unique stuff with the Mega Man franchise while respecting sort of the core of who the character is. And I think it's important that he's not the first person to do a Mega Man manga. He got to come back to the character sort of years later as a sort of retrospective. Which meant other manga artists had done, work related to Mega Man. So he didn't just want to retell the story of the video games over and over again, right? He wanted to tell sort of fresh original tales in the universe of the Mega Man games, sort of add his, when he was a little kid and played them, he imagined it as a bigger, more intense universe. So he got to add a little bit of that flavor to Mega Man while keeping true, I think, to kind of the kid-friendly core of what makes the series great. So this one is based on Mega Man 6, which I haven't played, but that's okay. You don't need to play the games to get these. Luna loves Mega Man. Well, what is he? What's the cat's name in this? Tango? Yeah, Luna's Tango. All right, so let's get into it. So the main source of inspiration for this volume is Copy Mega Man. And this is a great example of, there's just some little thing in the video game Hitoshi Ariga pays attention to and starts thinking about it and comes up with a whole story based on one little thing. So one of the enemies you fight in Mega Man is Dr. Wily creates an exact copy of yourself. So you shoot and then the copy shoots and it mimics every motion you make, right? So from that, he thinks, okay, well, how can I tell a story about a character like that? So that's a bit of a spoiler. So we know a copy of Mega Man is showing up, but that's okay. Let's hop right into it. So it opens with some of the robot masters who have been redeemed getting together for a fighting tournament. They're all going to show off their abilities and try to prove that they too can help Mega Man protect planet Earth. Now, because Mega Man is very pacifistic, he and Dr. Light are sort of skeptical of this. They don't like the idea of robots fighting each other for no purpose other than to prove who's stronger. So after kind of highlighting the fact that Mega Man or Rock has this very pacifistic vibe to him, he's very hesitant as a warrior. He has to go and defeat Dr. Wily like normal. Dr. Wily does his crying routine, begs for forgiveness, and then Mega Man seemingly shoots him in the head. Whoa! All right, but this is a twist. So the twist is that isn't really Dr. Wily. That's just a robot that he set up as a decoy, and he's suspicious. Well, why? Mega Man would never do anything like that, and then he laughs evilly. Something's going on. So back at the city, Mega Man seemingly is going on a crusade. No way! There's no way our boy Mega Man could turn to the dark side. He stands for truth and justice. So something I want to highlight is that I sort of see Mega Man like Astro Boy as being a Pinocchio-esque character, but it's a little bit different. So Pinocchio is a puppet who wants to become a little boy, and at first Pinocchio is a really bad boy. So like a stinker, like in the book, Pinocchio kills Jiminy Cricket, right? So for Pinocchio, his journey to become a real boy is a transformational journey, right? There's this deep sin in Pinocchio he has to overcome. Like Pinocchio, Mega Man and Astro Boy are robots. They're like little toys that want to become real boys. They want to join the human world, protect the human world. But Mega Man especially is a much more pure-hearted character. He doesn't have this evil in him that he needs to overcome. He's a very naturally good character. So a twisteroo like this really lands because it's 180 degrees opposite of everything we know about Mega Man thus far. Now, of course, the police come and imprison Dr. Light and Roll because Dr. Light's the creator of Mega Man and Roll is also created by Dr. Light. So they're all under suspicion, right? So we have this ongoing theme that if you're a robot, you're sort of guilty until proven innocent in the court of law. But Roll, we haven't seen too much of Roll yet. She sort of stays home and works in the kitchen while Rock's going on all the adventures. But Roll is a little ditzy, very cute and very helpful, but she's also extremely loyal. And this is one of her good points that kind of offsets maybe her being a little bit more scatterbrained. So while in prison, it just occurs to Roll, wait a second, Rock would never do something like that. I have to have faith in him. I have to bust out of prison to help him out. Oh, I'll also highlight this because this shows how Ariga uses the characters well. So Ringman is a police robot, right, from one of the previous games. So, of course, Ringman's the one who showed up and arrested them and put them in prison. But he believes Mega Man is innocent, too. So he makes it so that Roll can get away easily, and she's a little slow on the uptake. Now, of course, the twisteroo is that our boy Mega Man, he would never declare war on the human race and start destroying cities. So, of course, that was the copy robot the whole time. And just at the dramatic moment, the real Mega Man shows up to clear his name and take out the evil copy. In the course of the fight, Roll takes one for the team, and the copy robot is forced to realize that it was created by Dr. Wily. Everything that the copy robot thought about itself was a lie. It had all of Mega Man's personality, even his sense of justice, but Dr. Wily sort of corrupted Mega Man's programming to make it evil. So we're getting into this theme of sort of free will versus predestination. How much of what you choose is just you choosing things, and how much of what you choose is how you were shaped or programmed by your parents or by society. And Roll, like Mega Man, is a very sympathetic person. I'll mention this too because this is a good example of Ariga kind of like calling back to earlier things he did. So in an earlier volume, he did a story about Skullman, one of the robot masters who was built to be a weapon. When his creator locks him away, Skullman sort of goes crazy and busts out, and he blames all of humanity for treating him that way. I didn't choose to be created this way. It was unjust for me to be locked away and left to rot, right? Which leads him to kind of like want to take revenge on planet Earth until Mega Man redeems him. His brothers, Dive Man and Drill Man, remember this, and so they sort of see in the copy Mega Man something similar to what happened to Skullman. They became evil, but an injustice was done to them, which set them down the path of becoming evil. Bass, I think some people pronounce it Bass, but I've always pronounced it Bass. So Bass, who is obsessed with killing Mega Man, gets hyperactive. He busts out of Dr. Wily's lab and starts looking for Mega Man. Instead, he finds the copy Mega Man to have a showdown. So one of the neat things about this story is there was a moment where I was thinking, I don't like the way this is going. I don't like the way that the themes of good and evil are being handled. And then there was a great twisteroo later that made it really work for me. So when they Roll asked them to forgive the copy of Mega Man, and some of them aren't willing to forgive him. Rock, of course, the original Mega Man, he's a much more forgiving soul. But their way of explaining it is, well, he was programmed to be evil by Dr. Wily. We really can't blame him because he's a victim of circumstance. And I didn't quite like that because I feel like that's almost hand-waving away evil. Like if an evil person was raised by evil parents, they're probably going to turn out evil, but they still have agency. They're still responsible for what they do. So what it felt like they were doing was they were kind of like doing this hand wavy, he had a bad childhood. Dr. Wily made him evil, so we can't blame him if he does evil stuff like blowing up cities and stuff. Now the cool twisteroo that actually makes it work, I think, is at the last minute, Shadow Man saves Copy Mega Man and tells him, look, I didn't want you to die that way. I just wanted to give you a chance to make a decision for yourself, right? So it looks like what they're setting it up to be is that Copy Mega Man's going to become a good guy and join the good guys. But that's not how it works. Copy Mega Man starts going on a rampage again and destroying stuff again. What's interesting about that is when given a chance to make a choice for good or evil, Copy Mega Man chooses to be evil and start destroying things. This is when Bass shows up and the two of them start fighting. Now, towards the end, the original Mega Man, the good Mega Man, still does get through to Copy Mega Man. It's a neat scene because it's pretty subtle. He tells Copy Mega Man, I don't think you started destroying the city just for the sake of destroying it. I think you went on this rampage because you wanted to clear my name and Dr. Light's name, because really, you going on a rampage doesn't make any sense. What are you trying to accomplish? Now, Copy Mega Man never says, yes, that's what I was trying to do. It's more the original Mega Man, the tender-hearted soul, trying to see some good in Copy Mega Man. It never says definitively whether or not Copy Mega Man was intending to do something like that. Was he really just going on a rampage just to go on a rampage, or did he maybe like secretly want to help clear Mega Man's name? What he does do at the end is he decides to make a sacrifice play and stop Base from killing Mega Man and all the other innocent people. And there's this neat scene where kind of like in his final moments, they try to call out his name, but Copy Mega Man has no name. He's just a copy. They can't call him anything other than Mega Man, which is a neat little. It's a really neat little poetic thing. What makes Mega Man is his soul. The copy was deliberately made to be evil. He's a sort of evil lessening of what Mega Man is. But because of Mega Man's charity and forgiveness, it's like in his final moment, he is inspired to do something heroic, and really, the copy becomes, for 1 moment, the copy becomes a true Mega Man. Now, there's this weird thing at the end I don't get. This is just an example of like something goofy Ariga came up with that made me chuckle, because I was thinking like, what, did I miss something? So at the last minute, Shadow Man and Proto Man have a debate, like get into an argument. So Shadow Man's the guy who saved Copy Mega Man and wanted to give him a chance to redeem himself. And at the last minute, he accuses Proto Man of wanting Copy Mega Man to die the whole time. This was your plan all along, wasn't it? You're a man of no honor. And when I read this, I just thought, what? Was that really Proto Man's plan? I don't get it. So it was a little weird and out of the blue, but I still kind of love it, because it's just a great example of Ariga trying to do some interesting things with the secondary characters like Proto Man and Shadow Man. I think he literally just looked at Proto Man and Shadow Man and thought, they're both kind of like cool ninja guys, right? I should give them a rivalry. It kind of works in its own weird way. Then, of course, there's lots of great character notes. Oh, I gotta find this. Hold on. There's a Journey to the West reference somewhere in here, and I think I lost the bookmark. Here we go. It wouldn't be no manga is complete without a reference to the Journey to the West. So we've got a Song Wukong robot, a Sha Wujing robot, and a Zhu Baijie robot. I didn't even see them in this volume at all, which is a pity, because I just freaking love Journey to the West stuff. And then the Mega Man Maniacs are just little short comics that Ariga did sort of as gags, or as way of like encouraging readers to send in your cool robot idea, send in your idea for a funny joke for Mega Man. I like the tone shift of like semi-serious stories involving Mega Man and very heartfelt, very simple just gags involving the characters in the world. This is actually a really good idea, I think, for comic artists to implement, is to have some reader participation and reader involvement. It's kind of a way of letting someone be a little part of Mega Man history. So, fantastic volume. A good core story and lots of great little bonuses and side stories for you to check out. All right, that's it. This has been Mega Man Mega Monday. I'm #1 Marmaduke fan. I love you guys. Catch you later. No! Okay, earlier I said I didn't know where the characters from the Journey to the West showed up. That's because I'm a dummy. I got to the end of this and said, okay, I'm at the end. And then I should have turned the page and realized, oh, there's a little bonus mini story at the end. So you should most definitely get this book if you want to read about Journey to the West characters as Mega Man robots. Who wouldn't want to read a parody of Journey to the West? It's the greatest thing to parody ever. There's also like this really, really funny and clever meta gag where the gag is that the 3 robots are dumb, of course, because a lot of Mega Man enemies are they're adorably evil. Like, they're so incompetent at their jobs, you can't help but feel bad for them in that Wile E. Coyote way. So there's literally a game where you can play as them and roll. And I read this, actually, and I realized that almost all of these spaces send you back to the start of the game. So if you stopped and actually played this would be pretty frustrating, and it would really just underscore for you how incompetent and easily lost these 3 Nincombats are. So that's just such a creative, that's just so creative. I love it. Not only is it like a fun little kid thing and just a fun gag in and of itself, even the design of the game and the details of it help feed into the overarching gag, which is the robots are dumb. So with that, and there's a cool little bonus interview. This is a fantastic series, and you should check it out. All right, for real this time, I'm Normal Marmaduke fan. I love you guys. Look at Luna. Luna loves you guys so much she's purring. Catch you later.